Your meetings are in Google Calendar, your tasks and projects are in Notion, and you're constantly switching between them, trying to figure out what you should actually be doing right now. What if you could see everything in one place? In this video, you'll learn how to connect Notion to Google Calendar so your meetings, deadlines, and tasks all show up on the same screen. I'll show you how to set it up from scratch, how to see your Notion databases inside your calendar, and how to create events that sync between both tools. No paid tools needed, no complicated setup, just Notion Calendar, which is completely free. Let's connect everything. First, what is Notion Calendar? It's a free calendar app made by Notion that connects directly to your Google Calendar and to your Notion workspace. Think of it as the bridge between your schedule and your productivity system. Everything you have in Google Calendar shows up here, and your Notion databases with dates can show up here too. It lives at calendar.notion. And there's also a desktop app and a mobile app. On the left sidebar, you can see my Google Calendar is already connected. My personal calendar is right here, and it even pulled in the Japanese holidays calendar automatically. All the events I have in Google Calendar are showing up right here without me doing anything extra. If you haven't connected your Google Calendar yet, just click Add Calendar Account and sign in with your Google account. It takes about 30 seconds. Let me show you what the sync looks like in practice. Here are my events for the week. Team meeting on Monday, gym on Tuesday morning, working on a YouTube video on Wednesday afternoon. These are all events I created in Google Calendar, and they're showing up here automatically. I didn't copy anything, I didn't import anything, it just works. If I click on an event, I can see all the details, the time, the duration, and any description I added. I can also edit it right here, and the changes sync back to Google Calendar. So if I move a meeting to a different time in Notion Calendar, it updates in Google Calendar too. It goes both ways. I can switch between different views up here. Week view is what I use most of the time. Day view is great when I have a packed schedule and need to see the details. And month view gives me the big picture of what's coming up. Same events, different perspectives. Sound familiar? That's the same concept as Notion database views. Now let me show you how to create a new event. I just click on an empty time slot and the event creation form pops up. I'll call this one Project Review. I'll set the time to 3 p.m. and the duration to 1 hour. I can add a description if I want, something like review progress on YouTube channel and template store. And if I want to add participants, I can type their email address right here. Let me save this event. Now watch this. I'm going to open Google Calendar in another tab, and there it is. The project review event I just created in Notion Calendar is already showing up in Google Calendar. This is real two-way sync. I create something in Notion Calendar, it appears in Google. I create something in Google Calendar, it appears in Notion Calendar. No delay, no manual sync button, it just works. This means you don't have to choose between the two apps. Keep using Google Calendar for scheduling meetings and sharing availability. Use Notion Calendar when you want to see your schedule alongside your Notion tasks and projects. They stay in sync automatically. Quick pause. If you're learning something new, hit subscribe. New Notion tutorials every week. All right, now the really cool part, connecting your Notion databases. All right, here's where Notion Calendar becomes more than just another calendar app. On the left sidebar, below my Google Calendar, I can see my Notion workspace. This is where I can connect my Notion databases so their dates show up on my calendar. Let me look for the option to add a database. I want to connect one of my existing databases that has date properties. Let me find it and click to add it. I'm going to connect my task database. It has tasks with due dates, and I want to see those deadlines right next to my meetings. Let me select it, and look at that. My Notion tasks are now showing up on the calendar alongside my Google Calendar events. I can see that I have a team meeting at 10 a.m. and a task deadline on the same day. Before, I would have had to check 2 different apps to know that. Now it's all in one view. If I click on one of my Notion tasks in the calendar, I can see its details right here, the name, the date, and the properties from my database. I can even click through to open the full page in Notion if I need to see more details or make changes. The calendar becomes a window into my Notion workspace. But here's the best part. I can create new Notion database entries directly from the calendar. Instead of opening Notion, finding my database, and adding a new row, I just click on a time slot in the calendar and choose to create it in my Notion database instead of Google Calendar. Let me try it. I'll create a new task called Finish Video Script, set the date for tomorrow. And now when I go to Notion, this task will be there in my database. I just added a task to my Notion database without ever leaving the calendar. And you're not limited to one database. You can connect multiple Notion databases to your calendar, your project tracker, your assignment tracker, your content calendar, whatever has dates in it. Each database shows up as a different layer on your calendar, and you can toggle them on and off to focus on what matters right now. Tip number 1, make Notion. Calendar your morning dashboard. Every morning, open it before you start working. In one glance, you see your meetings for the day, your task deadlines, and your project milestones. No switching between apps, no guessing what you should work on. It takes 10 seconds and sets the tone for your whole day. Tip number 2, use drag and drop to rearrange your day. If a meeting gets moved, I just drag it to a new time. If I realize I need more time for a task, I drag the edge to extend it. Everything updates in real time across both Notion Calendar and Google Calendar. Planning your day becomes as easy as moving blocks around. Tip number 3, toggle calendars on and off to reduce noise. If I only want to see my work tasks, I hide my personal calendar. If I want to see just meetings, I hide my Notion databases. This filtering is simple but powerful. It lets you focus on one thing at a time without deleting or moving anything. So that's the complete setup. Your Google Calendar events and your Notion databases, all in one calendar. Meetings, deadlines, tasks, everything visible at a glance. No paid tools, no complicated automation. Just Notion Calendar, connecting the dots between your schedule and your productivity system. If you're new to Notion, I've got a full beginner guide and a bunch of templates on this channel. Check them out right here. And if you haven't set up a productivity system in Notion yet, my Second Brain tutorial is a great place to start. Drop a comment and tell me what tool you want me to connect to Notion next. I've got some ideas, but I want to hear yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.